Hey, read this. Otherwise, the video is not going to make much sense to you. Better yet, watch my welcome video. The link is in the description below. How are you, Patrick? Nice to meet you.
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Getting some real nervous energy already from this guy. He seems unsure of himself. Maybe he's a rookie scammer. Let's peel the onion on this one. What are you looking for in terms of compensation, please?
Um, I'm usually working the salary range of 150,000 per year.
Okay. Okay. Is that US dollars then?
Yeah, USD.
His LinkedIn profile says he went to college in South Africa. So if he spent at least 4 years in South Africa, he would obviously know that the South African rand is their official currency, right? Okay, what about rand? Are you open to being paid in rand?
Rand means
Do you know rand? Okay, you went to the
uh,
University of South Africa, correct?
yeah.
Okay, okay. What currency did they use there?
Uh,
They use rand there, no?
yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. You forgot, right? Nice. Okay. So, he had absolutely no idea what I was talking about. That was so awkward. He's definitely a rookie. This position is 100% remote. Would that work for you, Patrick?
Yeah, it is great.
You put
I'm looking for a fully remote position.
Okay, okay, that's really good to know because this position is 100% remote. The only thing we ask, Patrick, is when we hire somebody, we ask them to do a 1 week training in person at one of our offices. Okay, and you're based in Laguna Niguel, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, we actually have an office in Newport Beach. Would you be able to do the first week of training at our office in Newport Beach?
Um, um, I didn't plan to leave my house to the office, but I will think about it.
I will think about it. Without fail is code for it's not happening. Why is it not happening? Because he doesn't live where he says he lives. Would you be able to meet with me today since we're not far away? Would you be able to do an interview with me in person in Laguna Niguel?
Please say yes! Say yes, please!
I have some plan today, and I think it will not work for
Oh,
now.
okay, okay. How about tomorrow? Could you do tomorrow?
Uh, Maybe I have to think about it.
Now, if you have to think about it again, it's definitely not happening. The reason we do this, Patrick, is we want to make sure that the people we're hiring actually live in the US. I don't know if you've
Uh-huh.
heard of this before, but there's sometimes some scams where they have engineers in China pretending to be based in the US because they just
Uh-huh.
work remotely and that way they don't have to meet anybody. So we do this to make sure that this is not a scam. Have you heard of this before?
No.
Never? Okay, okay. And you are based in the US, right? You're not in China or something like that.
Uh, yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Swear to God? Let's raise your right
Yeah.
hand with me. Swear to God? Notice his voice gets real soft. It drops down to almost a whisper. And this happens when he felt he had to answer my questions about really being in the US and not being in China. He sounded scared. There's no other way I can put it. The other thing I wanted to chat with you on employment is, are you looking for W-2 employment?
Um, I prefer to work on the contract role, and I think 1099 would be better.
1099?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're someone who's used to contracting in the US, then you're familiar with 1099 employment, and nobody calls it 1099 employment. Patrick then wanted to talk about next steps, so here we go.
We do a live coding session. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear somebody in the back.
Yeah. Apologize for it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Was that you or somebody else?
Um, my roommate.
Oh, it's your roommate? Okay. I'm gonna share your profile with the team. Okay. And then we'll
Okay.
start, and if they say, hey, let's interview Patrick, then I'll go ahead and set up those next steps. And you tell me your availability. Oh, I hear your
Sorry.
roommate. Yeah, I hear your roommate or colleague. But okay.
His colleague is so obnoxiously loud, I can barely hear myself think. He's so loud, he's probably hindering everybody else's scamming pursuits in the office.
And then we'll set up next
Okay.
steps.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
All right. So, yeah, sorry, I can't hear you too well. Your colleague is very loud.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What do we have to say about our good friend Patrick today? Number one, of course, he had a stock Zoom background. This time, something a little different. We have a futuristic Jetsons-like city behind him. Number two, Patrick definitely lied about where he lived. He claimed to have lived in South Africa for at least 4 years, but had no idea what currency they used. Number three, Patrick was unable to meet in person, of course. Number four, Patrick doesn't know what his contract arrangement is called. Instead of calling it 1099, it's really called 1099. If you're regularly employed in the US this way, you know it's called 1099. Number five, we all heard his colleague in the background speaking very loudly in what sounds like a Chinese accent. We all know what this is, don't we?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.